Hello, today I am going to be looking at the LX Authentic Reissue 44. This is the Vans Premium Authentic black, triple black. Here we have the new premium blue shell box. The box feels pretty good, not quite as thick as durable as the reissued Vaults box. The reissued Vault box was super thick and super durable. These don't feel too bad. Definitely could be worse. Definitely I've seen shoe boxes or shoes come in boxes way less sturdy than that. We've got the premium logo there, Vans on the top, size guide at the bottom. These were manufactured in July 2024. We have the shoe paper. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. But there is a little Vans logos, premium Vans logos all over. Oh yeah, just about to see that. Nice little touch. Here we go, we've got the actual shoes here. This is the premium authentic. It doesn't come with a sticker, unfortunately. There are laces in these. I suppose the laces aren't a bad addition. Comes with a white pair. I'm not going to put white lace in these, but if I actually do get another pair of these, I will put the white laces in, just because I quite like the contrast look. I'm a bit bummed out though that they don't come with stickers. No Vans come with stickers. As of 2025, Vans are currently stickerless, which I think is pretty lame. That's obviously them just trying to save some money. But I think the Vans sticker was kind of a part of the package when you bought a pair of Vans. It's a shame they no longer have that. These are the new premiums. I will sort of cover the differences and basically the new structure of the Vans product range. I'll just go over that boring bit at the end. These are all black canvas, black insole, very shiny black midsole. Can you see the gleam on that? Some people don't like that. I personally think it's pretty cool. It will wear off after a while though. The sheen definitely isn't permanent. Like within a month of heavy use, this sheen will go. It'll just be kind of a matte black after. Black outsole. This is actually kind of rare. Typically on the black authentics, you get the gum sole, you get the red tab on the back. I suppose this makes them slightly more formal. I've always wanted a pair of black authentics. Personally, I quite like the red heel tab on the back that you normally get on a classic pair of black authentics. But I thought, I need a pair of black authentics. These pretty much go with everything. You can get away with wearing these at loads of different types of events. And I wanted to try the premium line. Slightly, basically higher midsole than regular Vans. Slightly thicker. Very narrow. They are quite narrow. So I would definitely try these on. I don't know if you can see that, but they are a lot narrower than your average pair of Vans. Definitely worth trying these on before you buy them. I didn't because I'm impatient like that, but I've never really struggled with sizing. I just got these in my regular size. I'll try them on and let you know if they are true to size. Definitely should have done that before buying them, but anyway, here we go. So these are the premium, so in theory they will have a more durable canvas. I can't say the canvas feels that much better. It's definitely better than your standard Vans, than your standard authentics, the classics. Can't tell if it's better than the Anaheims. Can't tell if it's better than the old Vaults, the new Vaults, OGWs, the skate line. It's hard to say. Definitely better than standard classics, but better than the premium Vans that were sold in the past. I can't say for sure. The rubber should be really dense and durable. Should be using a high density rubber on the bottom so the soles don't wear out. They do have an Osnaburg insole, so I don't know if you'll be able to see this on camera. I'll put up some photos, but there is basically a layer of rubber, then a layer of fabric, then another layer of rubber. And that makes the midsole here, this rubber sidewall, much more durable. There were issues with the premium line when they first launched of these separating. So what would happen is the outer layer of rubber would separate, and then you'd have this, like, you'd see the canvas middle layer, and they were just completely peeling apart. apparently that has been fixed, so that's also something I want to try and see is, will my shoes fall apart within, some people are saying within a month, within 3 months, it was completely peeling off. So apparently Vans has fixed that now. There was some kind of teething issues, some QC issues with the first run of the premiums. So that's something I'm gonna have to keep an eye on. Apparently it's all been fixed. I haven't seen many problems with the new batch. So I do have some faith in them. They are really light though. That is something I noticed, is that they are like, kind of worryingly light, strangely light. The old Volts definitely used to be a bit heavier than these. Definitely, again, these are better than the classics in every way. Not as heavy as the skate models, not pretty much, I don't know man, I mean Comfy Cush doesn't exist anymore, Vans Lights doesn't exist anymore. So these have to be the lightest Vans you can buy. Which I guess is nice, you don't want that. I personally don't like big, bulky, heavy shoes. So I like that, just a little bit worried about the premium side of it if they are so light. But they do feel really good. I can't deny that. The canvas does feel decent, the rubber feels nice. Got that kind of stickiness that Vans traditionally would have had. It's probably because of the glossy midsole. Got the heel tab here. It is 3D, it is embossed. As you can see, you've got the white layer, and then on top of that, you get this kind of layer here. So it is embossed. That might flake off, but it will last longer. I mean, obviously, these are notoriously, I guess, not durable. They always rub with it. It's always just a layer of ink. So the fact that these are, I guess, literally tangible, you can feel them. They're 3D. So they might wear off. They probably, I mean, it's almost guaranteed that they will wear off. It's just that logo will definitely last longer than the printed variations. It's sort of a bit like the skate models, if you've seen those. Got the insole here. So these do come with removable insoles. These are surprisingly thick. I mean, I love a good thick insole. So these do feel really good. They feel squishier than the Pop Cush. So Pop Cush is what Vans use in their skate models. Pop Cush probably is, it's probably all around impact, big heavy impact, and the vibrations of skating and stuff like that. Whereas these are just kind of everyday use. I don't think I'm going to have any complaints with these. I think I'm going to really like these insoles. I'm glad they're removable. I'll probably end up putting these in other shoes. Might even use them in skate shoes in the future. Can't tell if I'm going to prefer them over the Pop Cush. They're slightly thinner than Pop Cush. They're also a lot flatter than the Pop Cush. Very kind of flat. There's not much concave. The Pop Cush insoles are really concaved. The design on the bottom's quite cool. Don't know if that actually means or adds anything, but looks kind of cool. Nothing on the underside of the tag. I suppose you can't really fit the word premium under there, but I used to like that touch on the Volts when they had Volt written on there. Vans used to have these kind of cool little hidden features. Not anymore, probably because of cost saving. We do have the V, I don't know if you'll be able to see that on camera. They do have the little V stamped on the sole there, so I'm glad they kept that. That's basically the easiest way to tell if your Vans are fake. You don't really get fake Vans that often outside of the West, frankly, but in Asia there's quite a lot of fake Vans floating around. That's the easiest way to tell. There's that V stamp on the waffle sole. Oh yeah, you can see it now. The Volts that came before these, the redesigned Volts before the premiums, didn't have that, and I thought it was kind of weird. But honestly, again, I can't say that these necessarily feel more premium than the previous Volts. So I'm gonna have to wear these really and come to this. What I might do, if there's people interested, I might come back a year later and report back on the durability, how well they've survived. The laces feel quite good. Definitely nice thickness there. The general GR classic laces that come in Vans are very, very basic. These feels a lot better. These are my work shoes, so they are going to be beaten up a lot. These are going to go for it. So this is going to be a real test of durability. So that's kind of why I went for the premiums, the better insole. It's because I'm going to be standing all day. They're going to be going through it. They're going to be beating around a lot, kicked around a lot. So that's why I also wanted some premiums, some durables. I guess you can argue they're kind of boring, but I mean they just go with everything. Again, I'll let you know if they're true to size. And in terms of the structure of Vans product range, supposedly these aren't necessarily replacing the Volts, they're replacing the Anaheims. So what we had is the Anaheim. Well, traditionally we had the Pros, which were for the skating models. Anaheim, which was like the classic throwback, and then Volt, which was like the premium range. But now we have Skate replacing Pro, Premium replacing Anaheim, because it's like a vintage throwback to how Vans used to make, and they're premium just like the Anaheims were. And OTW, which stands for Off the Wall, is replacing Volts. And OTW is reserved for kind of experimental lines, experimental collabs, kind of futuristic stuff. Interesting shoes is what I'm going to call it. OTW have definitely released some amazing shoes. They've also released some interesting shoes recently, so that's kind of what it's like. Vans are basically doing this to streamline their product range. A lot of people were confused. I think people are still going to be confused because we've got names like the Vans LX Authentic Reissue 44 Premium. What a crazy name is that? That's definitely going to confuse people. But in theory, it does make a lot more sense. It's just a shame that Vans have got rid of such lines as Comfy Cush. I thought the Anaheim line were amazing, the old Volts were amazing. I still hear mixed reviews about the current skate models. Overall, they seem pretty good. All the new models seem pretty good. The new structure makes sense. Seems clearer, easier to follow, easier to understand. But yeah, so we're going to have to see if Vans sticks with it, because Vans is kind of notorious for changing their mind every 2 years. So we're going to have to see how well these last, see how well the premium line lasts. Yeah, so let's try them on.